Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract success effortlessly? Why is it that when they walk into a room, opportunities, attention, and even good fortune seem to naturally gravitate toward them, while others struggle endlessly, chasing success that always seems just out of reach? Is it because they're luckier? Because they have powerful connections or were born into privilege? Not exactly. The real difference lies elsewhere. In a simple but powerful truth that very few people truly understand: success is not something you chase. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Today, we're going to dive into a perspective that could change the way you approach your life, your career, and your dreams forever. Are you ready? Let's embark on the journey to becoming the best version of yourself. And let success find you naturally. In the journey of seeking success and happiness, many people often focus on changing their external circumstances. They search for a new job, hope for a stronger economy, wish for better relationships, or long for an easier world around them. However, according to Jim Rohn, one of the masters of personal development, there is a profound truth that is often overlooked: if you want life to change, you must change first. This statement may seem simple, but it contains immense power. Jim Rohn realized that everything happening externally, work, money, relationships, health, is merely a reflection of one's inner self. If a person is dissatisfied with their current circumstances, the only way to truly create lasting change is not by fixing the external world, but by changing themselves. Changing oneself involves many aspects: mindset, skills, habits, values, and even one's vision for life. When someone elevates their thinking, they make better decisions. When someone cultivates new skills, they create more opportunities. When someone builds positive habits like discipline, patience, and focus, they become more resilient in the face of life's storms. All of these small internal changes gradually accumulate into major transformations in life. Jim Rohn often shared that, at the age of 25, he was a failing young man, no money, no clear goals, and constantly blaming external factors. He believed the government should be better, employers should pay more, and society should be fairer. But one day, his first mentor told him something that completely shifted his mindset: "Jim, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." That statement struck him like a bolt of lightning. Jim Rohn realized that he was both the problem and the solution. If he wanted a higher income, he needed to become the kind of person worthy of earning it. If he wanted better relationships, he needed to become a better friend, colleague, and partner. If he wanted a successful life, he needed to grow into a successful person. The miracle is that when you change yourself, your world changes too. Not because the world itself transforms, but because your interactions, your thinking, and your actions are different. A person with better skills will spot opportunities that someone less skilled would miss. A person with a positive attitude will find solutions in situations where a negative thinker sees only problems. A grateful person will feel happiness even where others only perceive scarcity. Changing yourself also requires a crucial precondition: the courage to be honest with yourself. You must be willing to face your weaknesses, bad habits, and limiting beliefs that have held you back for so long. You must dare to admit that if you are not as successful as you wish to be, the cause lies not outside, but within yourself. This is a difficult task, requiring courage and humility. But it is also the beginning of every true transformation. Jim Rohn often emphasized, life does not pay you for what you know, life pays you for what you do. Changing yourself is not merely about changing your mindset, it is about changing your daily actions. A little discipline each day, reading 10 pages of a book, exercising for 30 minutes, planning for tomorrow's work, will gradually transform you into a new person. And it is this new person who can then build a new life. In conclusion, the profound lesson Jim Rohn shared from his own experience is this: you are the root of all change. When you change, your life changes. As you grow, your world expands. As you become the best version of yourself, you will attract the opportunities, people, and achievements that match your growth. Instead of chasing changes in the outside world, turn inward and begin the journey of transformation from within. This is the only true path to lasting success and happiness in life. Many people tend to blame circumstances, other people, or uncontrollable factors when they encounter failure or difficulty. They believe that if their family had been wealthier, if the economy were more stable, if their boss were fairer, or if they had been a little luckier, their lives would have been different. This habit, the habit of blaming, is very common, yet it is one of the greatest obstacles to progress. According to Jim Rohn, one of the core principles for achieving lasting success is, take 100% responsibility for your life. This means that no matter what is happening, good or bad, success or failure, you must own it. No one else is responsible for your outcomes. Not the circumstances. Not the government. Not your boss. Not your family. Only you. When we blame, we give away our power. We subconsciously admit that our lives are controlled by others. In contrast, when we accept responsibility, we reclaim our power. We realize that, although we cannot control everything that happens, we can control how we respond. And it is our response that determines the quality of our life. Jim Rohn famously said, "You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails." Life will always bring unexpected challenges, economic crises, natural disasters, illnesses, shifts in relationships. But instead of complaining or blaming, the responsible person asks, "What can I do? Or what can I learn from this?" Good questions lead to good actions. Good actions lead to better results. Taking responsibility does not mean blaming or punishing yourself for failures. It means viewing everything with a proactive mindset. I played a part in this, and I can change to make it better next time. When you think this way, you are no longer a victim of circumstances. You become the creator of your life. In reality, highly successful people share a common trait: they rarely complain. They don't make excuses. They focus on what they can control and take action on it. If plan A doesn't work, they find a plan B. If a door closes, they look for another door, or build one themselves. It is this proactive spirit that propels them far beyond those still trapped in blame and excuses. Another important reason why taking 100% responsibility matters is that it builds inner confidence. When you know that your results are created by you, you gradually start to trust your own capabilities. Every time you overcome a challenge without blaming, you reinforce the belief, "I can." Over time, that belief becomes the solid foundation for greater achievements. In conclusion, taking full responsibility for your life is not only the right attitude but also a powerful personal growth strategy. When you stop blaming and start seeing yourself as the ultimate author of your results, you unlock the door to growth, inner strength, and true success. Your life will only truly change when you decide to take full responsibility for it. In today's fast-changing and increasingly competitive world, simply working hard is no longer enough to guarantee success. Many people pour all their time and energy into their jobs, yet after years of effort, they still see little progress in income, status, or personal satisfaction. Jim Rohn pointed out a profound truth: don't just work hard on your job. Work harder on yourself. This means that, besides completing daily tasks, you must devote even more time and energy to personal development, improving skills, expanding your mindset, gaining more knowledge, and refining your character. The job you are doing today is merely a tool. It is the person you become that will ultimately determine what you achieve in the future. Personal development does not happen by accident. It is an intentional process that demands discipline, patience, and a clear strategy. It begins with the humble realization that you are not yet your best version. No matter how good you are, there is always room to learn more. improve further, and push your limits. Jim Rohn emphasized, if you want to earn more, you must become more. The market will not automatically pay you more just because you have worked hard. Your income and rewards are determined by your capabilities, your knowledge, skills, attitude, and values. So, how can you focus on developing yourself? First, invest in continuous learning. The world evolves every day, and old skills can quickly become outdated. Reading books, taking courses, listening to podcasts, learning new languages, honing communication, leadership, and tech skills. These small daily actions accumulate into a massive advantage over time. Second, develop soft skills alongside technical skills. A person who excels in communication, presentation, time management, and critical thinking will always have more opportunities to advance than someone who only masters technical work. Third, prioritize inner growth. Personal qualities such as patience, responsibility, resilience, gratitude, and integrity form the foundation of sustainable success. A person with strong character will not only attract opportunities but also sustain their achievements over the long term. Most importantly, remember that personal development is a lifelong journey. There is no finish line. Regardless of your age, you can always become better, wiser, and stronger. Lifelong learning is your golden ticket to never being left behind in a constantly changing world. Looking back, many people fail not because they lack luck, but because they stop growing. They believe that a degree after graduation is enough. They think that securing a stable job is the end goal. But the world never stops moving forward, and only those who continuously improve themselves can seize new opportunities. In short, if you want a better life, don't just work harder on your job. Invest in yourself. Every book you read, every new skill you master, every good habit you build becomes a solid brick in the foundation of the future you desire. Because success is not something you chase, success is something you attract by the person you become. In every person's life, difficulties and challenges are inevitable. No one can live a full life without facing failures, pain, heartbreaks, or disappointments. However, it is our perspective toward difficulties that determines whether we progress or retreat. Jim Rohn pointed out a profound truth. Don't wish for life to be easier. Wish for yourself to be stronger. Don't wish for fewer challenges. Wish to become better. Normally, when facing hardships, the natural human reaction is to hope for things to become easier, for work to be less stressful, for relationships to be less complicated, for the market to be more favorable, or for health challenges to disappear. But the reality is, we cannot control the outside world. Things are always moving, changing, often in ways we do not expect. If we constantly wait for circumstances to become easier, we fall into a passive state, leading to disappointment and allowing external conditions to control our emotions. Jim Rohn advised that instead of hoping for fewer difficulties, we should develop ourselves to become stronger in the face of them. If your job is stressful, instead of complaining, learn better time management and stress resilience. If the market is highly competitive, rather than fearing it, improve your skills and become more creative. When you become stronger, you are no longer intimidated by great challenges, because you know you have the ability to overcome them. The key is to shift your mindset, from avoiding difficulties to actively embracing them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge and every failure carries within it a valuable lesson. If you perceive it correctly, difficulties become great teachers that train you to be more resilient, wiser, and more skillful in navigating life. A powerful question to ask whenever facing difficulties is, what is this trying to teach me? By shifting from a victim mindset, why is this happening to me, to a learning mindset, what can I learn from this? You cultivate resilience and continuous growth. Life does not necessarily become easier, but you will become bigger. History has shown that great individuals often endure harsh trials, They do not succeed because life favored them, but because they chose to confront and overcome adversity. These hardships forged their inner strength, expanded their vision, and deepened their empathy for others. If you want to build a strong and enduring life, embrace difficulties as an essential part of the journey. See every challenge as an opportunity to test and expand your current limits. Believe that beyond every difficulty, a better version of yourself awaits. In short, changing your perspective toward difficulties is one of the most crucial turning points for growth and success. Don't waste time wishing life were easier. It won't be. Instead, invest your energy in becoming stronger, smarter, and better. When you change your perspective, difficulties no longer become obstacles but stepping stones to greater heights. In the journey of seeking success, many people believe they must constantly chase opportunities, race against competitors, and dive into fierce battles to secure a higher position in society. However, Jim Rohn offered a completely different perspective. Success is not something you pursue, success is something you attract by the person you become. This seemingly simple statement carries a profound philosophy about how success truly operates. Instead of chasing success as an elusive goal, you should focus on developing yourself. And from there, you will naturally attract opportunities, people, and results that are worthy of your growth. The nature of the world is based on attraction. People attract what matches their level of development and inner value. A person with strong skills, sharp thinking, and good character naturally attracts better opportunities, stronger partnerships, and more sustainable success. Conversely, if you merely chase external results without upgrading yourself, even if you achieve something, it will be hard to maintain it in the long run. Jim Rohn once said, "Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become." This means instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" ask yourself, "How can I become the kind of person who deserves more money?" Instead of wondering, "How can I find better relationships?" think, "How can I become the kind of person that others want to connect with?" This shift in mindset is crucial. It moves you from a mentality of lack and chasing to one of empowerment, value creation, and attraction. When you focus on becoming better, kinder, and wiser each day, you won't have to desperately seek success. Success will naturally find you. So, how do you become a better version of yourself? First, focus on developing skills and knowledge. Learn something new every day. Master a new skill every month. Over time, you will become an irreplaceable asset in your field. Second, cultivate strong inner qualities: discipline, integrity, resilience, empathy, and vision. These qualities cannot be bought with money, but they form the foundation for long-term trust, opportunities, and success. Third, maintain a positive and proactive attitude. Life is full of hardships and disappointments, but the right attitude allows you to see opportunities in adversity and keep moving forward. Jim Rohn also emphasized that when you elevate yourself, you enter a higher vibrational frequency. At this higher level, you will meet more positive people, encounter more valuable opportunities, and experience richer life events. It's the natural law of life. You cannot attract greatness if you yourself are not great. In short, success is not a race out there, it is an internal journey of building value. Every step you take toward personal growth gradually adjusts your energetic frequency, making you more attractive to what you desire. So, stop chasing success. Focus all your energy on becoming the best version of yourself, and success will inevitably find its way to you. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. If you found the content helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinions and having more discussions with you. Thank you so much.